Hello, viewers. My YouTube channel name is Mark M. On this channel, I'll be uploading to later today. It's very sunny in Ireland at the moment. My name is Mark Matthews. I'm 26 years old. I'd just like to talk about a few things that are kind of general and about my life and who I am and what I about dreams coming true and being happy and basically I first of all start to talk about that I'm a chef and I'm almost qualified from college. I'm almost a qualified chef. To party or lower position, you always start in the lowest position no matter where you work. There's a hierarchy of kind of a system where there's a head chef and then a manager, and that's how a business kind of organization works. I want to be a pastry chef one day, and I love cooking. I'm very talented at pastry. I'd actually say that uh, I want to be the best in the world at pastry. I suppose like motivation, if you watch Ronaldo, the soccer player, he's very motivated, and he talks about stuff like that as well. About if you want to be the best, you have to work for it, and I do work for it, and I plan on working even more for it the next few months without straining myself. Um, the reason I think I could be the best pastry chef in the world is the flavor of my pastries, like my scones, and also uh, just my talent and uh, what I produce on a page looks like out of rating out of 10, with 10 being the best thing ever. It would be a 9.5 out of 10. Um, and it's like heaven on a plate. I'm not a genius, but I know there are prodigies in cooking. I'm not one, but I'm very talented at the same time. I'm not comparing myself to someone like that. But I guess by terms, I'm not. Uh, that doesn't. That's not my level. I know. How you'd make a baked Alaska. That's a dessert I'd like to talk about. Is basically it's a sponge cake in like a shape. Normally it's like in a dome shape, and normally it's a dome shape, and it's covered with um well, not normally it's ice cream that's covered with a sponge, I think. So you'd have ice cream in, let's say, my way of doing it just on the spot now, I'm just thinking now is you'd have the ice cream on the bottom, let's say vanilla, you'd have sponge cake covering that, and you'd have enough ice cream and enough sponge cake so that there's not too much of each for the person eating it, so it's not overwhelming having too much sponge. Or you'd want about equal amounts of sponge and ice cream to get that flavor across, and you'd probably want to use some fresh, maybe mint as well, in your ice cream if you're making it homemade. That's for another video. I can make homemade ice cream as well, homemade marshmallows. I've had years of experience at this stage of cooking and almost qualified from college, but sorry, that's off the point. You cover the ice cream with sponge cake, and then if you're making an Italian baked Alaska, it's Italian meringue, which is egg white, sugar, and I think it's just egg whites and sugar, but you want to make sure that the bowl is clean and it's made properly. And then it's caster sugar. Usually I use or white sugar, not brown sugar, Demira, or anything else. And you mix the caster sugar with the egg whites, and until it stiff peaks, that means it doesn't fall and it's stiff in its shape, and you pipe that around the sponge, and then to cover it, to insulate it so that the ice cream won't melt when it's placed on a dish in the oven at whatever temperature. Normally, you want a high temperature when you're doing that to completely cook it quickly so it's safer and 10 minutes in the oven, the baked Alaska would be done. Or you could use um, there's a name, sorry, I can't think of it, but it basically lights a flambe or something, flambeing it with a gas flame thing that will cook it on a surface. Obviously, you want to be careful using that. That's it about cooking. I'd also like to discuss about Donald Trump and the war, and I think that it's also another topic that politics is that Donald Trump should be doing better for America, and is the war really being dealt with? I mean, it's ongoing for years now. I lived through COVID. I'm 26 now. That was 2019, but like in all honesty, the war is still ongoing, and I'm just worried that Donald Trump can't seem to sort things out between. Like, I'm being careful what I say here, but I'm saying that like the peace deal and all that. Like, there's been peace deals, but is there really a true answer to the war? Uh, if things if the war was to end, it would mean that um there wouldn't be like threats of bombs and all that, and people being poisoned and all crazy stuff you hear in the news. And uh, I can't believe World War III is still ongoing. I'm pretty sure it has started now, and we're living through that as well as COVID-19. So I've lived through a lot of history. Maybe one day I'll make it to I'm 100 years old, but I'm hoping the war ends and we have world peace because that's my wish, and I think other people's wish is that as well.